This is such a good message, y'all. So the Nine of Wands, Four of Wands, the Empress, and the Ten of Wands came out. I did some clarifications because what I first got was I was trying to figure out why the Empress was going through like the Nine of Wands. Why were you going through some type of emotional pain? Why were you anxious? Why were you stressed out? Why were you sad? Why were you crying? With all of these good things here, because I felt like it was completion with it being a Nine of Swords, Four of Wands, Empress, and a Ten of Wands. I'm like, there's a completion here. Or okay, thank you, Spirit. So this is see, something about my Spirit team, they don't just tell me where you guys are right now. They tell me of what you went through. They like to start from the beginning and then work their way. You know what I mean? They don't just tell me what happened right now. They don't tell me where you are right now. They let me know where you're coming from and where you're going, okay? So I'm seeing that somebody was in a Nine of Wands, but then I feel like you came home to yourself. You found yourself and you tapped into your Empress energy with the Ten of Wands. I just feel like that was completion. This is your completion because I clarified these. So the Nine of Wands was clarified by judgment. So I feel like during the Nine of Wands season, during the times you were doing a lot of crying, overwhelmed and things like that, I feel like you were going through a rebirth. You were going through a rebirth, and I feel like you were transmuting and removing all of the past energies that no longer served you for this new beginning that you're walking into. I feel like you had to clear away that old so that you can hear your inner calling and listen to what your higher self was telling you to do. Because with after the Nine of Wands being clarified by the judgment, the Four of Wands was clarified by the Six of Swords, but in reverse. And so that just symbolizes for me personal transformation. So with the Four of Wands, that reminds me of like homecoming, things like that. So I just feel like you're coming home to you've come home to yourself after you transmuted, cried, and released. I just feel like you had to release your past. You had to leave the past behind you, leave it all behind. What's that song? I'm hearing in my head. I can't remember right now, but excuse me, confirmation. Yeah, I just feel like you guys you've come home to yourself. I feel like you remember who you are. I feel like you remember your divine mission, okay? You've tapped into your higher self, especially with this Empress being here. I feel like you've tapped into your higher self now, and now you remember what your soul's mission is here on this earth. You are now ready to fulfill your purpose here on this earth. You're no longer going to feel like at whatever job you were doing, whatever you were in life, you were unfulfilled because you were not fulfilling your purpose. But now that you've cleared away all those things, now you can hear your inner calling. You can hear your higher self talking. God, it's like you had to move that away so that God, you make space for the new, so that God could come in and guide you to where you need to go. And now you are going to be fulfilling your soul's mission with the Six of Swords coming out in reverse. Because I feel like there's a lot of unfinished business that you need to finish. And I feel like this unfinished business is stuff that has transferred over from past lives. You know what I mean? If whatever you couldn't fulfill your past life, because I feel like you had a really big mission in your past life, and I feel like you have a really big mission here in this life now. You came back to finish that. You know what I mean? And it's like this job that you're doing is not just for yourself. It's bigger than you. This is for your lineage, for your ancestors, for those who walk before you, for those who walk within you, for God, Goddess energy. You know what I mean? And I just feel like, yeah, now you're standing in your power, especially with this Empress being out, and you don't have to be a divine feminine. I just feel like with this Empress energy, you are in an energy of now attracting, like everything that you need, everything that you want, as long as you are putting your best foot forward and you are doing what makes your soul sing, what really makes you happy, you know what I mean? You're about to be attracting everything that you need so quickly. But the Ten of Wands was clarified by the Three of Swords. Ten of Wands was clarified by the Three of Swords. The Ten of Wands clarified by the Three of Swords, and then the Strength in reverse, and then the Sun card. So I'm like, why is it clarified by the Three of Swords? And what I got was, this is completion for all of this suffering and emotional pain that you went through. Okay, it's no more of you feeling like overburdened or feeling like you have to carry burdens that's not yours. I feel like you've learned how to give your burdens over to God, especially with the Strength coming out in reverse, and then the Sun card. I just feel like all the things that you like, this move, how can I put this, because it's such a deep, and like this is not a message for everybody. This is for a specific group of people, okay? The mission that you have, it's faith-based. You are literally on a mission here for God, and God talks to you directly. And people won't believe the things that God tells you to do because God is making you take the most unorthodox way. God is making you do the complete opposite of what is normal in a 3D world. And I just feel like so warm right now, and I just feel like I felt like chills going up the back of my neck. Your crown chakra is being activated. Your crown and your third eye is so sacred. The knowledge that you have, the connection that you have is very, very sacred. And the things, your mission is not supposed to be like the people of this world, because you are not of this world. You were just in this world. And the things that you went through in your life, you only went through it so that you could relate to the people of this world. But you are a literal earth angel that has come down from the heavens to guide souls back home to themselves. And when they get back, when they get back home to themselves, that is where they find heaven. That is where they find God. That is where they find their true selves. Because heaven is within you, just like hell is within you too. Okay? But I do feel like a lot of emotional pain here. A lot of things that God tells you to do, it causes you a lot of emotional pain, because it's like you are still learning who you are. Or if you know already, I feel like some of you guys are still learning who you are and how powerful you are in the divine mission that you are on. And some of the things that God is, it's almost like God is forcing you to walk by faith and not by sight. You know, it's like you are a chosen one, and I got you. God is using you to show people that this had to be God. This couldn't have been nothing but God. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why the strength card came out in reverse. Your inner strength. No more self-doubt. You cannot self-doubt, or all your self-doubt, your insecurities and all those things, the struggle, your energy. Like you have to literally remove all of that and show your raw emotions. Be yourself. Like Spirit is saying, like, it's okay for you to feel sad and a little scared, but you need to have faith. You need to know who you are. Honestly, I feel like there's no reason for you to be scared, because it's almost like if you knew, you know what God can do. If you knew that God chose you specifically and said, do this, why would he worry? Literally, whoever I'm talking to, the Most High is guiding you. And for some of you, God is telling you to leave that relationship, leave that job, leave that hometown. Whatever it is he's telling you to do, is something really, really big out of your comfort zone, that and you're not supposed to tell nobody, because if you were to tell somebody about this, they would look at you and they would talk fear into it, or they would tell you you're fucking crazy. You know what I mean? So it's really time for you to do it and listen to your inner self. Only thing that you need to be banking on for your inner strength and to fulfill this mission and to go and be courageous is God and yourself. You need to build up that inner strength to do it, because I promise you, once you do it, baby, you're going to be so happy and fulfilled. And if you've already done it, then you're now in a season of where your hard work is about to be being paid off. You're being put into a leadership position, and you are secured. Your money's secured, your home secured, whatever you're worried about, it's secure. You don't have anything to worry about. Nothing. Five of Cups in reverse. Yes, it's time for you to accept your divine mission, partner up with the divine, your spirit team, your ancestors, and get all of your desires. The money that you desire, the dream home that you desire, even if the money isn't even for you, if it's to be able to take care of your family how you want to and things like that, you're going to get all of that. But first you have to honor your mission. You have to honor who you are. You have to honor God and honor the fact that you are God's child. It's like once you know who you are, then you'll know whose you are. We got the Eight of Cups. Yes, walking away from disappointment. Some of you guys need to walk away from wherever you are, because wherever you are, a lot of disappointment is there, or you always end up being disappointed. A lot of you guys need to abandon and withdraw, escape, walk away, leave behind that old life and walk into this new beginning, because you're burdened wherever you are. Ten of Wands come out again. But I'm also feeling like this is completion. For this is completion. Completion of feeling overburdened. Completion of feeling overworked. Completion of feeling like extra responsibilities that you did not need. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's time for you to be courageous with this Queen of Wands. You have to be courageous. You have to step into this new chapter, this new independence confidently. Some of you guys are resisting this. Or some of you guys are stagnant. Things are being stagnant in your life because you're holding on to a past version of yourself. It's almost like some of you guys are in between of who you used to be and who you're going to be. It's like you feel yourself being called into doing this new stuff. You feel your soul talking to you. You feel it. But some of you guys are even being called to stop doing specific habits. Drinking, smoking. It's like you have to let all that go. You have to sacrifice that for this new beginning that God wants to give you. The ten of Pentacles, the money, the lifestyle, the luxury. You can have all that when it's done, but this is major personal transformation right now. It's not about nobody but you, because what God is bringing in for you, it is super abundant. The Wheel of Fortune, because you see the one like that. I'm like, what's that? The Wheel of exactly. The wheel is turning, and baby, it's like once time is ticking, and you need to put your foot down and get a move on it. And if you've already done this, then I'm super proud of you, because your love life is about to be changing. Even if it's not just like relationship, but just loving friendships, genuine loving connections where people are going to pour into you how you pour into them. Genuine connections where it's going to be equal give and take. And it's almost like God's going to be blessing you enough to where you are able to give back. It's like God is going to be blessing you with the riches. And this is off of something that you created. Your creativity. You're going to be getting paid for your creativity. You're going to be getting paid for your creativity. That's why you were born with that gift to create. You're supposed to, whatever this talent is. Some of you guys, talents that you're supposed to be getting paid for, and you just put it as a hobby. Look, the World card. What's that? Two of Pentacles. Yeah, balance. Trying to restore balance into your life. Some of you guys are trying to juggle multiple priorities or juggling multiple things, but there's a need for somebody to walk away from something. It's like if you walked away from something, then you won't feel like you have to juggle. You have to walk away from something. There's a sacrifice that you have to make, but it's going to be worth it. It's like some of these things that you have to sacrifice is really big, and it's going to be scary. And it's like, I can't believe I got to leave this behind. But if you can sacrifice that, God is going to give that back to you times 10. Going to give that what it is that you sacrificed, especially if you really didn't want to and it's good for you. But at the time right now, God, it's almost like a test from God. I know how much you want it, but nothing is really yours. You have to be willing to let it go. If you are willing to let that go, God is going to give it back to you on top of more, because you did let it go when He told you to. Okay? Let's get some cards from the Money Moves Oracle deck. What do we have, Spirit, for collective? New beginnings. You will start a new job in life, a clean sweep over. Hit the reset button. That's what God is trying to get you to do. Transformation. We can talk about that. Change is the natural order of things. Don't be afraid of the unknown. That's another reason too why some of you guys aren't doing it, because you don't know what's next. But it's not about, I said this before, action unlocks favor. God favors the bold. Favor follows the bold. Okay, look, bright ideas. Have an innovative new inspiration. Test new ideas and break out fast. Take action on your ideas. That's what I said. Some of you guys are sitting on these. Your creativity. You're supposed to be getting paid for your creativity. You are so creative. Look, partnership. Joining forces with business partners for a win-win corporation. Prioritize your connections. You better. God is giving you a business proposal. God is trying to do business with you. What better business partner to have than the divine, most high, your spirit team that wants the absolute best for you? God is like, you better prioritize this connection. Look, independence. You're walking into, God is trying to make you an independent entrepreneur. Manage money yourself. Independence guarantees security. Don't depend on others. Oh, I love this. Winning. Baby, you a winner. Shining, 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 yeah. Shining, yeah. All of this winning. You finna be winning. And can't nobody say ain't nobody else gonna be able, ain't no human gonna be able to say they did that for you. The only you're gonna be giving so much credit to God. God did this for me. Me and God. Myself and God. Me and God. We did this together, okay? Sooner or later, luck comes to everyone. Don't spend everything at once. You're going to make so much money. Look, fast changes. Wow, it fell too. And then alchemy. Fast changes. Things happen suddenly in a short period and in a hurry. Take bold steps forward. Yeah, because it's time. Some of you guys are sitting around waiting, but you've been getting this idea for way too long, for years now, and God been waiting on you. God said, I'm done waiting on you. Now you're gonna move when I say move. When I move, you move, just like that. And now God's making the moves, and you move when He move. So it's either you move now or you get left behind. And if I was you, I would move now, because I wouldn't want to be left behind with this one. Some of you guys are spiritual practitioners, okay? Or you consider yourself a witch. It says using witchcraft, occult, and learning God's secrets, transforming the situation. Yeah, some of you guys know sacred knowledge, sacred information, everything that you've learned. And a lot of the stuff that you know, it was passed down to you. It was taught to you, but for others of you, it was passed down to you through your DNA. The more that you opened yourself up and tapped into your spirituality and did work on yourself, you started to get downloads. A lot of stuff that you know is from your intuition. You were just highly intuitive. You have sacred knowledge. A lot of things that you know didn't come from you just reading and looking stuff up. It actually came from you sitting in meditation and getting these downloads. Now, I'm not saying don't read and educate yourself, because yes, that's very good. But a lot of the information that you have comes straight from the divine. And like I said, this message is not for everybody, but whoever this message is for, this is a powerful message. And baby, you got a big calling over your life, and God is trying to get you to listen, because He's going to be guiding your every step. You need to be meditating. You need to be clearing your energy. You need to be around only people that, you need to be around nobody right now, if I'm being honest. It's almost like God is calling you into isolation. Similar, like God is calling you into isolation, okay? So whoever this is for, I hope that it resonated with you. I hope I told you and everything that you needed to hear. Hopefully I gave you what you needed to hear, and not what you wanted to hear, but also what you wanted to hear, to give you the motivation to do what you're being called to do, because you know what you need to do now. Okay, my love? So I will see y'all on the next reading, and I'm sending y'all nothing but love and luck.